And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10.
Ready, what's that?
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock it behind the sticks. Job well done there.
They went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Now here goes tonight. Yeah, you're here. Ready, what's that? 5. Crazy.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Taking a shot deep here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
What's that? Torpedo. Ready, what's that? Them. Here we go, boys.
To the air on 1st down, May. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here goes tonight. Ready, what's that? Crazy. Yep, here we go. Hey, 5. Crazy.
May now from the gun. Will get it completed to Travion Henderson. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now here goes tonight. Hey, what's that? Go get him.
Now May on 3rd and long. On the left side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now on 4th down. Andres Borregalis leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. This is a 39-yarder from the left hash. Borregalis connects. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Corey Gallerson to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now throw to start the drive. Throw left side, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. He creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Blown back into the handoff. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Buffalo 18. Ready. 18 Cardinals.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
They're going for this. He's got a man left. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. You get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
76.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Cougar Knights.
Back to throw. Pass out the screen. It's Williams. The nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The return's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready. Like it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. 7-3 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
We put a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Third down from the gun. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running back, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They'll throw for it. That one's complete, right side. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Henderson on 1st and 10. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Hey, what's that? Right here, right here. Hey, dip right, dip right.
Give to Evans from the gun. And then cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
May now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And they could really use a good one here.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He put everything he had into this one. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Back to throw. Complete out to the right. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
The goal of running that drag route is to get a chunk in for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was merely room to add even more.
From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. 4th down, pass coming. He's going deep this time. They're on it, that's intercepted. So we'll get it further downfield after that return as he goes down at the 30.
I know he started the play as a defender. But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
First down throw for May. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
Here we go, throw. Kick in. Hey, what's that?
They go play action. Here's May. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
To the air on 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, I never get frustrated with completions. Never turn down a completion, but in this case, you really did have to look beyond that route. Not enough to move the sticks.
So now on 4th down, Andres Borregalis leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. Borregalis connects. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Chimere DK on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. Stretch the Eagle. Cowboy 80. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds a man right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts. There's a dime up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to throw this from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them.
And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Jackson now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz here. May launch this one up, looking deep to the right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. 2nd and 3 now. Here's May again. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Both finds his running back, Henderson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. To the air yet again, May. Flying right side. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Again, it's May. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. This, 42 yards from the right hash. Borregales connects. And that gets them back within 5.
I don't think there's any question this is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Returning it from the 4.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
One last play before the break.
Let's go now. 70, Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
He's back to throw. Grabs him over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10.
Here goes that.
It's a design boot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with him.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Sorry, what's that? Hey, what's that?
Back to the air. It's May. All the left side. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hey, Bo, Bo, Bo. Be ready, be ready.
May on 1st and 10. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, what's that?
Shotgun handoff to Henderson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, what's up?
Here's May on 1st and 10. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Nate Wiggins on the cover.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Hey, five.
From the gun, it's May. Finds his back complete. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
May now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's May. Setting up the running back screen. They're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. They didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
And even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready, flat, 70 Timberwolves. Let go.
Here's the long back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
On the go.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
He's going to throw it. That's out the screen. It's Williams. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
3rd down, and they need to get 10.
Cougar 19.
Air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring him 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost... nothing on the return.
At their own 46-yard line.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10.
What's that? Hey, it was crazy. Crazy.
Rush coming for May. He's going to loft one deep to the left. The downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
2nd and 10. Here's May. Cut out left. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
At the 41-yard line.
What's that?
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. Shoots away from one. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand.
Five. Hey, here we go.
Throwing is May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Crazy. What's that? Hey,
They are throwing it again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he's in trouble. He's going to go down. The Colts got him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. The Patriots have their punting unit out. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That's complete inside the 35. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
I know you got to mix fixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Washington now to return. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hey, now, here. Here goes that.
With Henderson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down.
There, what's that? Hey, what's that? Good, good. Switch.
Made a throw it. Got a man. This is Evans. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The Patriots have it, but their postseason run in jeopardy as they trail. All set to go now from the 35.
You got that? Crazy. Hey, what's that? 5.
First down throw for May. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. After the play, here comes the athletic training staff out for an injured player. And that is quarterback Drake May that they're headed towards. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's the backup. First throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Blue, 32. Zoom, black. Black shot.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
Dog red.
Offense in a hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard
In the red zone on 1st. Stays in bounds and makes the catch. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8. 2nd down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look so easy.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's a
22 needle.
Patriots. 1st down.
Yellow, blue.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Green jack. Needle, blue. Rail, yellow. Blaster, 6. Smash, red. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch is made in close. He's in for the New England touchdown. The Patriots now within one score in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Rob. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Now on the return, here's DK. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Let's take over first and 10. They're on the 24-yard line.
All together.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
19 Charger.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
19 Charger. Ready. Cougar 19.
Trying to throw this from the gun. This one to Williams out left side. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 22. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, pull down his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
I should probably stop a hit, boy, because I got other hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bills.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Ready. Press all 80. Dragon 60.
Back to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Liking it.
Looking to throw. He finds it beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
That one's complete, right side. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Tag.
Working inside the red zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's, what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one right down the middle. And the Colts push the lead up to 12. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Set. 60 reps. 60 reps.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Fury, yellow. Blaster, 6. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll work against the blitz. Cut out left. He has room past the 25. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of down. First of the hurry up here.
The 15-yard line.
Trouble, 38. Light blue. Needle blue. Hut, hut.
In the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, still at that 15-yard line.
Here we go. Black shot. 10 black. Six. Mega. Blue striker. Green jack. 10.
Sticking to the air here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The Colts will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner to the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They're going to pass it here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. A good play into a great play. Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to be double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Seven Pirates.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And the Patriots get there and take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher third down.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second and you got to take advantage of that opportunity, defense just did.
Here he goes, third and long. Down to the 10. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Colts go up by 19.
Patriots 16.
Ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Jackson now to return it. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to work after throwing the pin. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
On the ball.
As that clock ticks down.
First down.
Strike 60.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They are throwing it again. That's where right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Set.
Back now, pressure coming. Trying to push deep downfield. That one connects. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
So the Patriots leaving the offense out there. Look at this. They want 2 more here.
Patriots will line up for a 2.
Right, they're going to throw for it. And that was probably their last gas. He gets intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. Well, he looks maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
And that's covered up by the Colts, and that should be our final highlight from this one.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
First down from the 42.
Let's go now.
Handoff now out of the gun. And it is a first down for the Colts, and they can go ahead now and breathe easy. They're going to win this ball game. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Indianapolis.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. Love these pictures, Brock. Go ahead, guys. Take it all in. You are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. What a moment for so many of them getting to this point.
It is. It is so cool, and you can see it and feel it. The real emotion of celebrating this title, but they know that ultimately it's not an AFC title they want. They want a Super Bowl title.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.